So for today, we will be exploring the new topic in radicals, which is we will learn in this particular discussion how to add and how to subtract a given radical. So this is our objective for today. So I want you to perform addition and subtraction for the given radical expression. So in this case, without further ado, allow me to explore or explain to you the definition of the radicals if they have like radicals or like radicals. So kapag ka naman parehas yung radicals, so they have the same index, kapag ka parehas yung index nila, then if they have the same radical as well, pwede mong i-perform yung addition and subtraction. Okay, yun na naman yung rule dun sa ating definition or ating topic for today. Basta ang goal lang is kailangan same yung index, same yung radicand, then you can perform the indicated operation. So like this one. Okay? So as you can see, the first part is addition of like radicals. Ibig sabihin, in this case, we have a square root of x plus b square root of x. It can be written as a plus b. As you can see, inad natin yung a and b here. Okay? So these are any numbers that can be simplified. No? Pwedeng mas-simplify yan. And then as you can see, nung inad natin yun, yung square root of x here ay pinag-isa na lang natin at kinopya lang natin yan dyan. Okay? Kung naalala niyo yung concept kapag nag-add tayo ng let me change the color. Can we give it as this one? Kung alam niyo yung concept, o naalala niyo yung concept na kapag meron tayong 2x tapos pinag-add natin sa isa pang number, for example, 3x, ang ginagawa natin dito is we just copy the variable x, right? And then we add the two numbers. So 2 plus 3, that is 5. Okay? Ganun din yung gagawin natin dito sa ating addition and subtraction of radicals. Kapag parehas yung kanilang radicand or radical sign with index and same radicand, and then we can copy the radicand, tapos add mo lang yung dalawang numbers na ibinigay dyan. Okay? Ganun din yung i-apply natin sa subtraction. So copy this one, like meron tayo ditong square root of x, then subtract the two numbers. Okay? So yun lang naman pinaka-rule na kailangan ninyong tandaan. So in this case, allow me to give you some sort of examples for addition of radicals. In this particular example, we will perform each indicated operation. And then the first one is 4x square root of y plus 6x square root of y. So what we can do here is first, let's check no, if our radical here have the same index or the same radicand. Same index and same radicand. In this case, meron tayong square root of y. Alam natin ang kanyang index ay 2, right? Square root of y, on the other hand, we have 2 as well. The radicand y are the same. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating i-copy si y here. Okay? And then we can add the two things here. So, meron tayong 4x plus 6x. We all know that the 4x plus 6x, that is equal to 10x. We can copy the x here, then add the two numbers. 4 plus 6, that is 10. Kopyahin mo lang yung x. Ganyan kapag ka-addition. Huwag makakalimutan ha. And then, dahil parehas ang ating indices and then the radicand, then we can copy the square root of y here. So, we found the final answer. Okay? If there is no simplification, then this is going to be our final answer. Okay? So, in this case, we just combine the like terms. Yun lang naman kailangan yung tandaan doon. And for the next example, we have 5 square root of a b plus 6 cube root of a b minus 2 cube root of a b minus 3 cube root of AB. So, as you can see, parang pinaghalo ko na dito yung may addition and subtraction. Pero, ito lang yung gagawin ninyo ulit, no? From the rule, kailangan na natin pagsamahin lahat ng magkakamuka. Okay? Lahat ng like terms. So, in this case, ang gawin ko dito muna, siguro, is i-group ko muna lahat ng mga magkakamuka. So, para mag-group ko yun, allow me to create here a parenthesis. First, ito muna. So, we have 5 square root of AB. So, kinopya ko lang si 5 square root of AB. Alin kaya dito sa apat yung kamukha pa niyan? Ang kamukha niya is, of course, yung same na color na may green na radical. So, we have minus, syempre ko kopyahin ko yung minus, 3 square root of AB. Okay? On the other hand, we have this additional group. Meron tayong 6 cube root of A and B. Okay? Ito yun. Minus 2 cube root of AB. So, ito naman yung part na yun. Okay? So, we combine each term na parehas. Then, we can say na itong 5 minus 3, we can simplify it. 5 minus 3, that is 2. Right? Then, we copy the radicand. Square root of AB. Okay? On the other group, we have cube root of AB. Since parehas yan, copyhin mo lang yan mamaya. Then, perform 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2, that is going to be 4. Right? So, cube root of, we just copy the cube root of AB here. AB. Okay? So, the question is, pwede ba natin pagsamahin ito at ito? No, it's not. Against yan sa rule. Kasi ang rule natin, kailangan parehas ang kanilang indices Okay? Ito kasi 2 yung index, nalabag niya ng rule. However, parehas sila ng radicand na A, B. So, dahil nalabag yung isang rule, hindi natin sila pwedeng pagsamahin. Pag hindi natin pwedeng pagsamahin, ito na yung magiging huling sagot natin sa problem number B. Problem letter B. Okay? So, next. For me to try your skills from the previous example, allow me to give you this try it number 1. I want you to perform the indicated operation. So feel free to pause this video, and I want you to go back to the previous example and try to relearn and apply these concepts dito sa mga tries exercises natin. Okay? So let's proceed to the next part. So for our example number 2, in this case, meron ditong kailangan pa kasing i-simplify kasi as you can see, may mga pagkakataon na hindi parehas ang ating mga radicand at indices. Or radicand lang pala. Okay? So ang gagawin natin dyan is susubukan nating ipagparehas yun kung pwede pa. Okay? So meron ako ditong 4 square root of 27 plus 5 square root of 12. We all know na pwede pa nating i-simplify itong square root of 27. Okay? Pwede kasi natin yung kunin or pwede nyo i-type in sa calculator square root of 27 or pwede kayo maghanap ng factor or yung ginagawa natin ng prime factorization. We have 27 can be divided into 3. Alam natin na merong 9 dyan. 9 times 3 is 27. 9, pwede siyang divide kay 3. So as you can see, ito yung mga prime factors natin. We can write as 4 square root of 3 cube plus 5. And then here we have this square root of 12. Okay? So pwede naman natin itong i-factor din, no? As you can see, meron tayong 12 divided by 2, that is 6. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. And wala na, no? Ito na lang natira. So we have yung 12 na yan, pwede natin siyang palitan as 2 squared, kasi dalawang 2 yan, times 3. Okay? Then we simplify. We simplify the things na nasa loob. Okay? So we have 4 here. And then, dahil 3 cube yan, pwede naman natin itong i-divide yung 3 na yan sa loob. So how can we divide it? So 3 divided by 2. Ilang 2 ba ang magagawa natin sa 3? Of course, meron tayong isa. Okay? So maglalabas ako ng isang 3 dyan. Okay? 3 na may raise sa 1. Pero alam natin na 3 lang yan. At merong may iwan dyan sa loob kasi may remainder 1. Okay? Kasi isang group lang, isang 2 lang magagawa na sa 3. Meron pang natirang isa. So, ibig sabihin, may matitira tayong 3 sa loob. Okay? Then, plus 5. Square root of 2 squared. Alam natin yung 2 here. Pag dinivide mo sa 2, alam natin na ang sagot is 1. So, ibig sabihin, maglalabas tayo ng isang 2. At wala nang matitira sa loob. Ang matitira sa loob dito is yung 3. Bakit? Kasi yung 3 naka-raise sa 1. Ang tanong, yung 1 ba ay mas malaki kay 2? Hindi, mas maliit yan. So, ibig sabihin, si 3 ay mamimaintain sa loob. So, as you can see, meron tayong 4 times 3. That is equivalent to 12. Square root of 3. Plus, 5 times 2, we have 10. Square root of 3. And we all know that we can perform the indicated operation here because we have the same radicand now. Kanina hindi, ngayon parehas na. Dahil parehas na yan, we can add the 12 and 10. So, 12 plus 10, that is 22. And then we copy the radical sign. So we have square root of 3. Or 22 square root of 3 would be the final answer in this particular example. Okay? So pinakaiba rin natin sa previous example, dito kailangan pa natin i-simplify yung nasa loob para maging magkaparehas sila. Okay? Sige, let's proceed to the next part. Now we have the 48a squared plus b, square root of 48a squared plus b plus 27a squared times b. So, what we can do here is, of course, hanapin muna natin ng mga factors ng 48. So, as we do here, meron tayong 48. Kung wala kayong calculator, no, pwede nyo naman gawin to. 48 divided by 2, we can say na yan ay 24. 24 divided by 2, that is 12. 12 divided by 2, 6, 6, 2, 3. Okay? So, ginagawa ko nito kasi wala akong calculator, no? Gawin nyo rin to kapag wala kayong calculator. And then, we have here, of course, we can rewrite the 48. Yung 48 dito as, may apat tayo na 2. Ibig sabihin, yung 2 na yan naka-raise sa 4 times 3. Okay, so yan ang ibang itsura ni 48. So 2 raised to 4 times 3. Of course, I'll copy the a squared and b here. Okay, the next one would be yung 27 naman. So yung 27, when we get the factors, the prime factors, alam natin na nakuha natin kanina yan. So ang nakuha natin kanina is this one, tatlong 3. So ibig sabihin, itong let me copy the plus sign. Itong 27 can be written as 3 cubed. Okay? Then a squared times b. Again, gumagamit lang ako ng ganitong paraan kasi wala akong calculator. Kung meron kayong calculator, pwede mo idiretso sa square root of 48 and the square root of 27. Now, we perform the indicated operation, or simplify lang muna natin itong part na to. So, meron tayong square root. Alam natin ang index niyan is 2. So, gagawin natin, we will just copy the 2, the base here. Ito yon. Then, divide the two exponents. So 4 divided by 2, that is 2, right? So dahil mas malaki to kaysa dito, mas matanda siya dito, so ibig sabihin, pwede na siya lumabas ng bahay. Okay? Then, si 3 meron siyang 1, right? Ayusin ko lang muna, no? 2 squared. Si 3 ay may 1 dito. Dahil si 1 exponent ay mas maliit dito, hindi siya pwedeng lumabas ng bahay. So, mag-maintain siya sa loob ng bahay. Okay? Ngayon, si 2 dito na naka-raise, si A na naka-raise sa 2, dinivide natin kay 2, pwede siyang i-divide, right? 2 divided by 2, that is 1. So, ibig sabihin, may lalabas dyan na A raised to 1. Okay, kinopya ko yung base dito at lumabas. At yung division ng dalawang exponent ay 1. And then we have here B raised to 1. Naka-raise sa 1 yung B. Dinivide sa 2, hindi pwede kasi mas maliit si 1 kaysa kay 2. So, may maintain lang siya sa loob ng bahay. Okay? Next is 3. Cube or 3 raised to 3. Alam natin na may 2 ulit dito, right? So, itong 3 na to, pag dinivide kay 2, mas malaki siya. So, ibig sabihin, may lalabas siya ng bahay. Pero pag dinivide natin yung 3 sa 2, pag ilang 2 ba ang magagawa natin? Isang 2 lang, right? So, maglalagay ako dito ng raised to 1. Pero ang problema, merong matitirang isa. Okay, yung remainder 1, ilalagay ko lang sa loob. Okay? Next, yung a squared, alam natin yung 2 here. Pag dinivide natin kay 2, ang sagot is 1. So, ibig sabihin si a, pwede siyang lumabas ng radical sign or bahay. At si b, here, meron tayong 1. Mas maliit siya kay 2. So, ibig sabihin si b ay hindi pwedeng lumabas ng bahay. So, mamimaintain lang siya sa loob. Okay, we simplify each expression. So, 2 squared, we'll know that is 4. A raised to 1 is a square root of 3b, right? So, plus 3 raised to 1 is 3a square root of 3b. As you can see, parang may parehas na term na dito, no? Parehas is square root of 3b. So, ano pwede mong gawin dyan? Just copy the 3 square root of 3b and then add the two expression or terms na nasa labas ng radical sign. So, 3 plus 4, that is 7. A, just copy the A. Wala kang gagawin dyan. Yung square root of 3b, we will just copy the square root of 3b. And that should be our final answer. Okay? So, now, as you can see, you want to try your skills from the previous example, set of examples, and try to simplify first the indicated operation and then perform the operation in this particular example. Okay? So, I am now in the last phase of our discussion. So, we have, in here, we want to simplify ganun yung gagawin natin, simplify natin yung mga bagay na nasa loob, and then, tsaka natin i-perform yung operation. So, we have 2 cube root of 54x raised to 4 minus x cube root of 250. So, ang gagawin mo dyan is, of course, gawa ulit tayo ng prime factors kasi wala akong calculator. So, 2, kinopya ko lang yung 6 dyan. And then, yung 54, hanapin ko yung prime factors niya. Pwede siyang i-divide kay 2. At ang sagot is 27. 27, pwedeng split up kay 3 times 9. Si 9, pwedeng split sa 3 and 3. So, ibig sabihin, si 54, pwede siyang isulat as 3 cube, kasi tatlong 3 yan, times 2. Okay? So, ayan na. In here, ayusin ko lang muna to. We have 2 cube root of, yung 54, papalitan ko siya ng ibang itsura. Ang ibang itsura niya is itong part na to. So, we have 3 cube times 2. Wala yung 2. Okay. So, we have x raised to 4 here. So, minus x cube root of, yung 250 naman ang hanapin natin ng prime factors. Okay. So, meron tayong 250 here. When we split up into 2, that is 2 times 125. Yung 125, pag split it, pwede ba may split up into 2 and 3? I think, no? Ang next sa prime factor is, or number is 5. 5 times 1, 5 times 25. Okay? So, next is, yung 25, pwede ba may split up yan? 5 times 5. Okay, as you can see, si 250, pwede siya sulat as 5 raised to 3 times 2. Okay, so ibig sabihin si 5 raised to 3 times 2, yan ang ibang itsura ni 250. At si x, kukopihin ko lang yan dito. So, as you can see, meron na tayong mga given dyan. So, ang gawin natin, i-perform na natin indicated operation. So, in here, we have the base 3. Tignan mo yung exponent 3. Alam natin na exponent is cube. At pareha siya dito. So, pwedeng i-divide yan. So, when you divide the two things, then, it will become 1. So, ibig sabihin, si 3 here na base ay pwedeng ilabas. Okay? Next, meron akong 2. 2x raised to 4. Actually, may ginagawa dito eh. Para hindi rin kayo, kung gusto nyo mas maliwanagan kayo sa magiging proseso, pwede nyo gawin to. Okay? 2. So, 2. Ang gagawin ko, pag-ihiwalayin ko lahat ng magkakasama. Itong 3 cube, ihiwalay ko yan. Times, itong 2 naman na naka-raise sa 1. Ihiwalay ko rin yan. Cube root of 2. Itong x raised to 4. Ihiwalay ko rin yan. We have cube root of x raised to 4. Okay? Ito yung ibang way, no? Actually, maraming way, no? Pero ito, ginugroup ko lang muna siya. So, we have here, on the other hand, yung x, no? Yung x here, cube root of 5 times cube root of 5 raised to 3. Iniwalay ko lang to. Ihiwalay ko rin si cube root of 2, itong part na to, at yung cube root of x and this particular part. Tsaka natin isa-isahin. Ngayon, si 2, wala mo na tayong gagawin kay 2 dyan. Ngayon, si cube root of 3 raised to 3, we can cancel these things, right? Kasi because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So, mangyayari dyan, matitira dyan 3. Di ba? Yun ang dahilan bakit siya lumabas ng bahay. So, cube root of 2, hindi natin pwedeng simplify yan kasi 1 lang yung exponent niya. Ibig sabihin, mamaintain siya sa loob ng bahay. And then, cube root of x raised to 4, pwede natin i-divide to. Ilang 3 ang magagawa natin sa 4? So, 4 divided by 3, ang matitira is x. Okay? X raised to 1. And then, sa loob, may ilalagay natin is x. Okay? Now, on the other hand, meron tayong x dito. And then, cube root of 5 raised to 3, pwede natin siya makancel out. Okay? So, ang matitira dyan is 5. Then, cube root of 2, hindi rin, para yung kanina. So, ma-maintain lang siya sa loob ng bahay, itong part na to. Then, cube root of x, same din, no? Magkakasama sila ni 2. Okay, then finally, we simplify these things. So, 2 times 3 times x, that is 2, or 6x. Cube root of 2x. Okay, minus 5, or x times 5, that is 5x. Cube root of 2x. Now, finally, alam natin na parehas na isilang index at saka ng radicand. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin i-perform yung 6x minus 5x. 6x minus 5x, that is positive 1x, or pwede natin siyang isulat as, ito ko nalalagay, no? X cube root of 2x. Ito na yun. Ito na yung pinaka huling sagot natin. Again, paano nga ulit nakuha yung x dito? May 1 kasi dyan, di ba? 6 minus 5, that is 1. Okay, then you copy the x here, and you copy the radical sign here. Okay, so this is going to be our final answer for example number 3. And in here, I think last 2 example natin, square root of 45x squared plus 9x cubed plus 2x, square root of 20 plus 4x plus 5x squared plus x cubed. Pag ganyan, sobrang dami naman ng ating mga given. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is, ito yung pinakamabilis na paraan. Gawin natin dito is to factor out these things. Okay? So, kinuha ko yung factor ng mga radicands. For example, itong 45 and 9. Ang factor niya is 9x squared. Ito yung common factor nila. Nilabas ko lang. Ang matitira sa loob is 5 plus x. Okay? On the other hand, we have 2x sa labas. Pag kinuha ko yung common factor ng 20 and 4, that is 4. Nilabas ko lang. Ang matitira sa loob is 5 plus x. Pag kinuha ko naman ng factor ng 5x squared and x cubed, pwede natin ilabas yung x cubed kasi yun yung common sa kanila. Ang matitira sa loob is 5 plus x na lang. If you want to check your factors, then do the distributive property. Ito lang din yung lalabas dyan. Okay? So, I hope you get this particular part. Now, bakit ko ginawa yun, no? Mamaya, makikita nyo yung dahilan bakit kung ginawa or kinuha yung common factor nila. Ngayon, for the meantime, split up lang muna natin yung mga radical sign na sa loob. So, ito, i-split ko lang muna to, 9x squared. Then, ito, i-split ko rin. We have 5 plus x. Okay? Sa isang group, meron tayong 2x. I-split lang natin itong 4. Meron tayong square root of 4. I-group lang natin to, square root of 5 plus x. Okay? Next is, finally, we have this x squared, square root of x squared. Then, i-group lang natin si 5 plus x. Okay, so we have square root of 9x squared. So, first is, simplify natin sa square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, right? Square root of x squared, we all know na matitira dyan is x, right? Next is, square root of 5 plus x, we can do nothing for that part. So, we just copy the 5 plus x or square root of 5 plus x. Plus 2x here. Square root of 4, we can say na yan ay magiging 2, right? Next, square root of 5 plus x. Again, we can do nothing there. And here, we have square root of x squared. The remaining would be x. Square root of 5 plus x. Okay. So, what have you observed so far? Ang na-observe natin dito ngayon is parang pare-parehas na sila ng mga square root or radicand at saka ng indices. So, ibig sabihin, pwede na pala natin itong i-perform yung 3x plus 2x plus x. Okay, 2x times 2 plus x. Okay? Sige, try natin i-perform. We have, pagsamahin ko lang muna, 3x plus 2x times 2, alam natin na yan ay 4x, right? Plus x. And then, pag-iisahin ko na ngayon yung mga radicand. So, for example, meron tayo ditong 5 plus x. Isusulat ko na lang sila as 1. Kasi yun naman ang mangyayari dyan, right? And last but not the least, we have 3x plus 4x plus x. Alam natin na may 1 dyan. 3 plus 4 plus 1, that is going to be 8. And you copy the variable x here. And you copy the radical symbol 5 plus x here. And this is going to be our final answer for this particular example. Okay? And last problem. Okay? Ito na yung pinaka-application na ating topic, which is we want to find the square root of the sum of the two consecutive integers. Okay? And that is 7. So how do we find the two numbers? Okay? So ang gagawin mo dyan is, of course, kuha ka na dito ng square root. Sabi dito, the sum of the two consecutive integers ay 7. Alam niyo ba yung consecutive? Ang consecutive, magkasunod na numbers or integers. So, imagine natin yung first number is n. The second, yan yung first number. The second number is n plus 1 kasi magkasunod lang naman yan, di ba? Kasi, kunyari, 1. Anong kasunod ng 1? 2, di ba? Yung 2 is 1 plus 1, di ba? Ngayon, ang gagawin natin is, kukunin natin yung sum. For example, we have n. That is the first integer plus n plus 1, yan yung second integers. Okay? Grupo lang muna, no? Para hindi kayo malito. And then, dapat daw equal yan sa 7. So, ano yung mahanap natin dyang integers? Square root of n plus 1, that is going to be 2n. 2n plus n is 2n plus 1 equals 7. Okay? For that part, for us to eliminate this one, ang gawin natin is, kunin natin yung square root principle. Naalala nyo yun? When you square this one, both sides, we can cancel these things up. Okay? So, matitira dyan is 2n plus 1 equals 7 squared. 7 squared is 49. Square root principle ang in-apply ko dito. Or square principle para matanggal ko yung square root dito. Okay. So, meron ako dito 2n plus 1 equals 49. And then, for us to find the n, because that is the first number, we want to transpose the 1 to the other side. We have 2n equals 49 minus 1. So, 2n, dito ko lang tuloy, 2n equals 49 minus 1, that is 48. Dividing both sides by 2, okay, will give us n equals 24. So, ang unang number natin is 24. So, ibig sabihin, ang pangalawang number natin is 25 kasi n plus 1 lang naman yun. So, the two numbers are the two integers are 24 and 25. Okay, so I believe this is the part where we end up our discussion. And for us to appreciate the following things, ayan, meron ako palang ginawa ditong practice exercises ninyo for the try number 1. Okay, I'll give it na lang sa ating classroom kapag nagkita-kita na tayo. So see you in our classroom. This concludes our session for today. Goodbye everyone.